Yeah, so as I was saying, that's exactly why Moore should be voted for president of the FIA. Yeah, but we're still rolling, aren't we, Law?
Yeah, we are rolling. We're still under the safety car, so nothing have changed. We have see people going in, change tires. I think we were safety cars in this lap, so we're gonna see some race. I want to touch the point. I think where we got cut out last time with the Sonny on the hard tires. Not Sonny. Oh, Crispy on the hard tires. Banging on, there will be no safety car coming up.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I think you used the words bold strategy on him. I'd agree.
yeah. Is a really bold strategy because you're looking for if you got no safety cars, you know people are going to pit and you gain a lot of time. If they're coming another safety car, he won nothing on taking on the hard tires. Yes, he can get some track position, but again, you're going 3 laps under the safety car, and the track are so long, so you're winning everything by pitting under the safety car.
Yeah, there's just so much unpredictability at the moment. We saw the wet weather in quali. We still don't know if it's going to repeat at a later point in the race. We've got 2 Westland brothers in arms, Monty and Franklin, chasing each other down sector 1. Of course, it's very difficult when the grid resets and we have everyone stacked up again. It's like lap 1, turn 1 all over again. And we see Gaben already making an angle for a move on Trav. Crispy doing similar on his Red Bull teammate. And there's a yellow flag. We see Maka, the Alfa Romeo, pointing the wrong way. Taking a quick look at his car, his wing looks intact, but floor and emotional damage could be happening as well. Crispy has lost a couple positions, and we've got a 2-wide situation. They're going towards another interesting double apex point, and Trav has wisely backed off at that point. He doesn't want to go into a 4-man battle at that stage, and you know what? That's a fairly sensible point. We're going to have an interesting battle around the last corner. DRS is still 2 laps away. Glenn is behind a battle between Trav and Shadowhopper. Somther's going to be nearby as well. Sorry, Trav and Somther. Somther taking Trav on the outside with the softer tyres. And Somther's soft tyres are going to be really well poised for an attack on Crispy in the next couple of corners.
And also, what I think in Trav is thinking, you're looking at Somther and saying, you got 7 laps old. Oh, we got a touch. Crispy into something into the wall.
Yeah,
and go on.
Yeah, cheers. He's going to have to wait for the whole procession to go, turn his car around, and that's a VSC. Yeah, there was very close between a few drivers. Somth obviously the one to go into the wall. He was in a procession of cars that involved Charmander, Gaben, and Crispy. I'm sure we'll be seeing that one in Stewart's chat later on.
I bet.
Yeah,
we're gonna see that with a lot of flames under it.
Yeah, there's been a few good ones. Somther, when he joined, was a lot. I'm sure he'll agree if he hears this. Somther was a lot more reckless and aggressive, and he caused a lot more incidents. He's really matured and got more consistent as a driver, but that could have awakened some of the old red rage Somther in him. He could have had that happen to him. He's going to have to take an extra pit stop now. Of course, it's a bit better because of the VSC, but he still lost 20 seconds on the rest of the grid.
He's losing 20 seconds on the rest of the grid, plus he needs to crawl around the track into the pit lane. And we're going green, so he won nothing. It's gonna be a big loss.
Yeah, well said. VSC already going away before the start of the pit. Crispy still on the hard tyres. He will be for the rest of the race if the strategy goes to plan. Although he's hoping for no more safety cars, he's just settling in behind Gaben and Charmander. Gaben taking the inside for this turn 1. Very hard braking corner because you're only going 2nd or 3rd gear afterwards. 2 cars very respectfully leaving each other room. Nice racing from the 2 of them. You love to see it. Travesty closely behind them. We see Blaze making their position onto Franklin. Soft tyres winning out there. And of course, Somther is in the pit. So even Glenn at the back, who had to brake a lot harder earlier, is going to be able to get past them. The new front wing going on to Somther.
Right now we're just seeing the Aston Martin in the front of the grid and just. I'm thinking this is looking very much like 1-2. But then we got the cats. They have not hit it yet.
Yeah, though it's interesting to see them both take the same strategy. Obviously, if there's no safety car soon, they're liable to get memed on by the rest of the grid. Crispy is probably the prime beneficiary here because I don't think Crispy needs to pit again. Even Gaben, who's only got 4 lap old tyres, might need to. But if Crispy keeps up his form, keeps his tyres to the end of the race, and big if there are no more safety cars, he's in a great position at the moment. He makes a move on Charmander. Yeah. We've got a retirement then further
And
back.
there we go. The safety car come.
Okay, we're going to try and get a quick fix on what happened there with Glenn's car coming around. Car lost DNF, which means both McLarens are out, and his car is gone. That's a car loss for the stream. We've got 14 drivers remaining, and that pole is looking increasingly skewed towards one side with about half the race gone. Yeah, Law, you brought up an interesting point about 1-2s with Sonny and Zydox. Zydox only had 4 races so far. He's been on the podium twice, but in both of those, Sonny has failed to get onto the podium. So I think this could be the time when Zydox and Sonny sort of reassure each other, can do a lot better alongside each other, and see if they can get strategy to work for Aston Martin.
Also, if you're looking at the timestamp right now, you'll see Sonny dropping back. So we got the 4 second. They are looking for a double pit stop right now.
Yeah, that's a shout. What do we think? Double softs to the end, Law?
I don't think so. Oh yes, I still think it's too early to say. You saw Somfa on the 7 laps old soft tires. He got pushed, yes, but I also see him wobble a little bit about. So I think if you push it right, yeah, you can go to soft to the end, but I think it's too early.
Yeah, Zydox is going into the pits here, and I'm pretty sure based on the shout earlier about the 5-second gap between the Aston Martins, there it is. Sonny is going to follow him. So will they go for hards? Will they try and go for at least one set of softs? It's going to be the red tyres for Zydox, and we'll find out shortly what Sonny's going for. It looks like the Aston Martin boys have got reds on reds on reds. It's soft tyres for both of those. Trav stayed out, and he will take the race lead under the safety car.
And also we saw a critical point from Charmander. He got the 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit. And it's hurting him a lot right now.
Yeah, I've seen drivers in these sort of situations take another pit stop, so to go completely to the back of the grid, but to wipe out that 5 seconds. Charmander, by the way, also has a 3-second corner cutting multiple penalty on him. So even if he does that and goes to the back of the grid, he's then got a 3-second delta to overcome. So things are really not looking Charmander's way, but he is still in the race, which can't be said for 2 cars. A lot of racing to go here in Jeddah.
We also see, now we are talking about tires and people going to the pit. We see Trapp staying out and we see Hodge staying out. Hudson is on the old medium tires, 10 laps old medium tires, and I don't know how this will end. Yeah, he's an old driver, and yeah, he know how to do it, but I don't think he will go to the end on this one.
Hodge definitely can't, because he started on the mediums, he switched once also to mediums, and to keep a legal race he has to use one different compound. So he's going to have to pit at least one more time. Hopefully he'll try and count on a safety car in about 6 laps time. We've certainly got that pattern with how crazy this race has been, with all sorts of overtaking opportunities going crazy. The McLarens obviously having their incidents, and just various forms of weird overtake happening, especially in the snake parts of Sector 1. Another lap of safety car. We go into lap 14.
Also, we can see if people knowing the VL league a much. Oh, we're not gonna see. But Hodge is famous for taking the stupid pit stops on the safety car. He will not take it on the first lap, he will most likely take it on the second, and then drop all the way back because who knows why. I have been in the Red Bull call laughing at him so fucking much about
Yeah, like between Hodge and I think Brandon started to get a reputation for it. I can sort of see it if they want to wipe out 5-second penalties like Charmander could have done. I can sort of see it if they had an issue with Jeff changing to the wrong tyres. But Hodge was always the one where he had no reason to pit but still did it anyway. It's that sort of...
But most of the time it's because you see the safety car coming and he has seen his strategy. He will go in on lap 14 and then he will go in on lap 14.
Yeah, can't change from the plan now.
Exactly. And I think that was the thing. But again, we need to talk to him to get that out.
Okay, so state of the game at the moment. Trav and Hodge are sort of artificially far up the timing stack at the moment because they're on old medium tyres. The rest of the grid on fairly fresh ones, Crispy having to reset his hard tyre strategy. So we're seeing the two Aston Martins on soft tyres, completely fresh rubber on there. They will be in P1 and P2 when Trav and Hodge next pit. Gaben, Shadowhopper, Crispy behind them, they all look fairly solid. Although Blaze has got himself into a really nice position at the moment. Behind his Mercedes teammate, he's driven fairly consistently. He hasn't had any incidents that we've noted in the first half of this race. So one of the things I always want to see with Blaze, he's had an awkward string of retirements and awkwardly low classifications recently. I want to see him improve on that. He's just got to get that consistency, that mentality of Trav that me and Law were talking about earlier. Now, we've got a restart coming up. The other thing you're pointing about with Hodge, Law, Hodge fell foul of Brandon's driver's briefing, and the driver's briefing was that everyone should stay in single file on a restart. Let's see who does it. Law, take us through this one.
All right, we see Travis speeding up right now, and we see everybody coming up. We can see a gap between Sonny and Hodge. I don't know if that's about Sonny being slow on the gas or Hodge predicting when Trav will start. We see people coming through turn 1, and there's not much of contact. People are keeping a safe distance to each other. About the 0.3 second. Right now we see Hodge, Sonny going up to Hodge, and there's a bit of a battle with Gaben right behind them. So we got a battle for third. We got an excellent. Oh shit. We got Brandon turning around in sector 1 in the first snake pit. Wonder what happened there.
Yeah, very awkward. It was towards the back of the grid. He was in P9, P10, about to get overtaken. Glenn was nearby. I'm going to bet he was involved without having looked at it. It's normally nice to see Brandon and Glenn, who are statistically the most successful drivers never to have won in Formula 1. So, yeah, it's always nice seeing the battle for that between them. Crispy coming up towards what is a Project Ferrari battle now between Gaben and Hodgson. So Shadowhopper getting in that train as well, although Zydox is now threatening to take the race lead off Travis.
I think he will get it when we're coming down to the straight, and he got so much speed. He actually got a good exit right there, good traction, and now he got the slipstream.
That exit off the last corner from Zydox, fastest lap for both Aston Martins, one after the other, by the way. That exit was freaking beautiful. Zydox went wide and just took that last corner perfectly with brilliant traction and left himself the best acceleration onto that home straight. Really shows how good he is.
I actually think there's a more mastermind behind that, in that you actually see, because you're seeing Zydox moving out to lure Travis out to the outside so he can get the inside and actually get a slingshot down to the home straight. Because
so
you're just moving Trav out because he needs to defend the line for Zydox, and then he just opened the inside and Zydox can just slingshot himself through. We got Marquez some weird way turning the wrong way on the track, and now he got to play the catch-up.
Yeah, Maka going the way of the Blaze there, not looking good. Oh, massive battle between Shadow, Charmander, and Hodgson coming up to the end of the Corniche circuit. Last bit of Sector 3. DRS is not yet at play, but Charmander has the inside line on Hodgson. This could be really good as we get into the braking zone. Shadow Hopper ready to pounce on any mistake. Charmander can't quite get his car to the inside, but he's got the better traction off the soft tyres. We've got massive deploy used by all three drivers. And DRS will be activated for the next battle they have. Hodge has the slipstream. Could he go down the inside here? No, he's going to slot in behind Charmander. Hodge is too much of an old hand for that. He's not playing on rock in Azerbaijan. He knows what he's doing. He's going to keep following Charmander around Sector 1 here.
And you're seeing... You're seeing the battle between Gaben and Trav. Trav are suffering for the old tires right now. The same with Hodge. You're seeing Hodge starting the race by the 3rd place, and now he's dropping all the way down to 7th.
Yeah, they only have to pit one more time. Oh, and that's contact between Shadow and Hodge. And Monty did really well to avoid hitting Hodgson further as the two cars in front of him slowed down. And that's going to put a real dint in those two drivers' times. Hodge dropping back yet another position. I'm not sure how his wing's getting on, but he might have to pit one more time. Sontha coming around the back of Hodgson again. So Hodge might be losing 3 positions in a few turns. He's definitely got to be considering the early tyre change with 8 laps to go.
Also, our light, that looked like a little bit of contact with the wall. It was very close.
Monty definitely contacting the wall as Gaben getting the jump on Travis there as we go around the final corner. I want to see if Trav goes in. He's only got 8 more laps to go. He's used 10 on the mediums. I think he's going to take this one more time round Jeddah. Sonko and Monty really close.
I also think Trav is going for one more lap and begging for someone to go into the wall and just get the last safety car out.
Yeah, big safety
car. And if we need to get it, I think we will see it in this battle. This battle for 7th place.
Yeah, Sontha's done really well so far. Shadow's been fast, but very inconsistent. Monty might already have wing damage because we saw him hit a wall in late Sector 2 in the previous lap. I think Hodge, in his impatience to do well, might be caught up in an incident here. Monty already having to use the runoff. Drivers very close to each other. We've got a similar battle further up. Gaben, having taken Trav, is now getting really close to Sunny within DRS. Might have just hit the wall there. That's the limits these drivers are going to in their quest to try and come out on top in Jeddah.
And you're just seeing Psylocke just going ahead.
Yeah.
Psylocke is a league of himself on this track. It's amazing to see him just running from everyone. It would be a deserved victory if he can hold it all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, it's the big if. I've seen him have issues from this sort of position before, where it looks like no one can stop him either winning or finishing very strongly. Gaben and Sunny fighting very hard there. Sunny actually getting the jump on Gaben as they go around the home straight into very slow speed turns 1 and 2. But yeah, Zydox, I want him to just convert the opportunity now. It's his to lose for the remaining 7 laps. We might still have a safety car, but he's in a good position. If a safety car comes out, it's probably worth him pitting one more time onto softs. If it's later than 3 laps from now, that's where the timing starts getting sketchy.
Also, I really want to be inside the head of Trav at the moment. Just to know what he's thinking. Is he thinking, alright, I need to hit now and risk the biscuit, or taking the medium tires 2 more laps and seeing if they're coming any safety cars? But if you're taking the tires 2 more laps, he will run out of time to catch up to the what he will lose into the pit lane.
Yeah, well said, Lawrence. It's the similar decision point for Hodgson. The difference for Hodge is he's further down the grid, and also he's used 4 more laps of tyres. Gaben going for an inside move on Sunny going into the final corner, and that's a massive speed differential. Are we going to have another jump coming down the home straight? Sunny having the DRS ready to deploy. This could be a really good switchback. The slipstream is there. Sonny is going to make a move here. He's going to come down the inside, and that's a really nice slingshot maneuver there. Trav staying out for another lap. Let's see what Hodge does. He's coming up to the start line now. 16 laps gone, and he's in. He has to switch. The legality of the tyres means he needs to put on softs or hards. He's going to come in, presumably softs, 6 laps to go. Even nearly having a collision there as we go around Sector 2 with him. These fast apexes are difficult enough, as we said, Law, with one driver. They're really impressive to watch, but it reminds you of the risk when we see 2 drivers like Sonny and Gaben go around them.
Yeah. And also looking at the grid at the moment, where I think we're just gonna see one more fight, and that's the one we're looking at right now. Gaben and Sonny, the battle for second. That's gonna be the one and only fight, in my opinion, to the finish line. Zydox is already gone. Trav is kinda in no man's land. He cannot hit without losing a lot of positions. But again, he's not in dangerous from Crispy. Crispy is not gaining a lot of him. I think it's 1/10 each lap, but he will never make up the 2 seconds.
Yeah, we need a big tyre cliff for Trav to drop. Crispy is fast, but let's see how that unfolds. Yeah, Sonny Gaben is the only real fight at the moment. We saw this pattern last lap, Gaben getting the first part of the double DRS, and then Sonny using the second part to just take him right back. Importantly, that can't happen on the final lap, because you don't get that second half of the double DRS. Gaben, if he keeps this pattern up, will be finishing ahead of Sonny.
I think we will get there. Because you're seeing the finish line being halfway on the last straight, and Sonny are passing around the finish line each time. So we will actually see a drag race if this keep up.
Yeah, it is really entertaining to watch, and these drivers, knock on wood, hope for no curses, they're doing the course very well. They're close to the barriers, they're riding to their limits, but they're also pulling off consistently fast times. It's great to watch them both. They've been a credit to our league. They've driven cleanly today with no penalties, and I just want to see some really good battling, but without either driver DNFing. And
But also now we got the key information about each driver's battery. You see Gaben's battery almost full, and then you see Sonny's half. I think we will see Gaben just plumbing through at some point, just using all his battery, and Sonny got nowhere to keep up because he don't got the extra half of the battery.
Let's take a quick gander at Sonny. He's going to pass Gaben here as a yellow flag comes in Sector 2. And yeah, it's about that finish line, Law. You're spot on. This could be really close if it keeps up with this pattern. Crispy shortening the gap to Trav. It was about 2.5 2 laps ago. It's now 1.5, so that could actually be closer than we thought. Maka for Alfa Romeo climbing up the grid. He's now very close to Franklin and has the DRS. Might make the move here.
Also, I'm just looking at the penalties right now, and we're gonna see that German actually need to speed up because he will lose 2 positions no matter what. Actually,
yeah, 8 seconds on there. Somfer and Whopper ready to take a position off him.
I think right now he's looking at Glenn, and he got that 2 seconds gap to Glenn. He can throw. He can throw for not going down on 9th position. What we got here?
Yeah, yellow flag. That looks like Monty in Sector 1. He's just pitted, and as he's come out of the pits, he's had 2 quick collisions. And there's a safety car, lap 22. From my experience, safety cars do not happen in the last 2 laps of the race. This will be a very quick one, and it's come at exactly the right time to completely flummox the people at the head of the race. I don't see any of the lead drivers. Zydox isn't falling for it. He's not pitting. I think it's losing a lot more track position than you can gain with fresh tyres afterwards here.
Trav is the big shout. Trav is going in.
Oh, and Crispy's following him. So Trav and Crispy, everyone behind him as well. Charmander, Somfer. Zydox, Sonny and Gaben are on 9-lap-old soft tyres. if this goes the way we think, they might be about to get minced on the final 2 laps by all of these fresh soft runners. This could be good indeed. Zydox might not be as invincible as we thought if he's on 9-lap-old softs.
True, but we also again we're looking at it. You see, you're being first. You got no decision because you being the second driver, you got all the decisions because you're just doing the opposite of what the race leader is doing. So you see people go, you see Zydox not going in, and then you got the team player Sonny right now just saying, all right, I will stay out. I can fight a little bit for you to get this win. Gaben is just I don't know what to say, that he's gambling on he could be fast on old tires. And Trav and Chris got no other choice than just, all right, I need to go out, I need fresh tires and give it everything right now.
Project Ferrari are actually having that same gamble. So you said Gaben's gambling on staying out, gaining positions and defending. Glenn and Maka are doing the same. They're staying out on their mediums. They don't want to lose track position and get minced and get caught in below the top 10 out of the points. They want to hold their position. And just like in previous races, the safety car is not going to touch the last 2 laps with the 10-foot pole. It's going to come in. We're going to have Blaze and Monty not able to rejoin the pack. Hodge just doing so, but with a 3-second penalty. This is a 2-lap race. Zydox, Sonny and Gaben at the front. They're fast, but they have 9 laps of wear on their soft tyres. Trav and Crispy are going to be champing at the bit just behind them to try and overtake as soon as possible. Zydox, this is on you. This is your restart. He's going to wiggle a bit.
I think Zydox will open as close on the start line as possible.
Certainly looking that way. Trav and Crispy there. Crispy really getting a good start there. He's getting the slipstream off Trav. Is he going to make a move? He's moving down the inside. Trav giving him the squeeze. Braking zones are there. The tyres are not as hot as they could be. They had to warm up. And there's a yellow flag already. We're going to have a look at who that is. That is Somther spinning around. But back to the front of the pack, we're seeing Zydox, Sonny, Gaben starting to form that train. The onus is on Trav and Crispy to overtake
them. For Trav or Gaben to get an attack here on the last 1.5 lap we got left. Trav need to get in within 0.2 seconds on the first DRS line, and then he can manage the last lap. So maybe get second place. I don't see him getting first. Gaben in the same position because he needs to close the gap to Sonny to 0.2 so he can overtake and then make the move on Zydox on the start finish straight.
This is looking so good. Project Ferrari having a bit of a holdout in the middle. Charmander getting past 2 Ferrari cars. But this is going to be really tight going on the final corner. Almost 3 wide for the 2 Aston Martins and Gaben. Trav looking for that braking zone. He doesn't care about congestion anymore. He just wants to overtake. He needs the traction with the fresh soft tyres. Slipstream is everywhere at the moment. Gaben is going to have his speed delta erased. Trav with the fastest lap when it counts. 1 lap to go. He's in third behind the Aston Martins. Gaben alongside him. This is super close racing, and neither driver can back down at this point. Trav getting the lead. Crispy now fighting with Gaben, going 2 wide into the snake section with lots of undulating apexes. It did look like contact there between 4th and 5th, and Gaben and Crispy are fighting so closely. That did look like stronger contact, and Gaben and Crispy are going to fall further and further behind. Sonny taking the lead off of Zydox as we have Hodgson left behind. No safety cars now. This is the final lap as Trav is chasing around Zydox here. On normal days, on normal lap, Zydox would have the delta, but this is fresh tyre Trav on fastest lap form. He's going for Zydox here. He's only got a few corners between him and the end of this race.
If Trav don't overtake, we gotta switch in the world driving standings. Sonny will overtake the first place.
Yeah, the gap 7 points before the race. Trav needs to get into second to prevent that switcheroo from happening. Zydox is too fast at the moment and the corners are running out. Trav needs that slipstream. He's using everything he has. The fresh softs, all his pace, the fastest lap form. Zydox is looking too good to be true though. He's had strong pace all day and it looks like he's going to help his teammate Sonny to a win. Sonny getting what looks like his 8th win of the season. We're here in Jeddah. It's the only time we've raced this circuit so far. And Sonny has won the race with Zydox going behind him. It's a 1-2 for Aston Martin, with what looks like Crispy taking P3 off of Trav.
Did Trav have any penalties? Because he's dropping down to P4.
Yeah, it's worth saying we'll review that later on, but Trav, we were pretty sure was going to be in P3 then. But he is going to fall in the end to P4.
We'll win. But yeah, we just need Monty and Brennan going in right now. And that will conclude the Jeddah circuit.
Yeah, final few finishes there. We actually saw Blaze with 7 pit stops. It's not quite the record, but it's close. I think Cali still holds that record. Law, you might be a share of it as well. With 8 pit stops and 50%.
Yep.
Mako with Driver of the Day. We see a nice little non-existent portrait. Nice stripe through the centre. And yeah, if we look at Mako, he was one of the 2 to show up very late to the race indeed, and finished in P6. So yeah, deserving Driver of the Day. Advanced a lot of positions. Can't take anything away from our 2 boys in Aston Martin now, Sonny and Zydox. Sonny for that win, which cements his position at the top of the World Drivers' Championship with, I believe, 8 races to go. And Zydox, his teammate, honestly, I thought Zydox was going to win that.
Me too.
But he just had brilliant pace, made it count, and even though he deserved the win, second is a brilliant showing from him here.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got our positions classified. Laura said this at qualifying, I'll say it again after the race. Anyone you're particularly impressed by, or anyone you're particularly disappointed by?
Disappointing how what do we call how the race not by person but how the race people not making room for each other, slamming into the wall, slamming into each other. It was a bit dirty.
Yeah, we had a few really close processions, and it went the wrong side of okay when we went through Sector 1 a few times. It wasn't one driver, it was sort of up and down the grid. From veterans to newbies, we had a couple of collisions, a couple of DNFs. In the end, we did end up having more than 10 finish the race. To be honest, if you'd asked me before the race, I would not have said that. The prevailing opinion was that we were going to see more DNFs. So people controlled themselves a bit more, but even so, we had our fair share of incidents. Aston Martin reigning supreme.
Yeah. There's nothing to say. Aston Martin leading from the start of the race to the end.
Yeah, fantastic work. Crispy, Trav, Gaben, Maka, all doing well. Alfa Romeo and Red Bull showing up as far as constructors are concerned. We have Glenn, Shadowhopper, and Somtha closing out the points. We saw maybe a 3rd versus 4th switch towards the end with Crispy and Travis, but we'll get that reviewed along with anything else the stewards want to throw, and we'll have that updated when all the admin work gets done at the back. Shout out for next weekend on the 20th of March, the next Sunday. We're going to be celebrating the fact that VLF1 has reached 100 races. We're going to commemorate that with Grand Prix in Silverstone. It'll be the 2nd Grand Prix at Silverstone this season after the British Grand Prix earlier on. And hopefully, from that race onwards, I don't know if it's official yet, we'll be moving to the older version of the game, F1 2020, which has a much better reputation for network, for bugs, and indeed for handling model, where we've seen a few drivers like Calm, who were imperious at 2020, fall by the wayside on the new model. So stay tuned for updates there. Law, it's been a bloody pleasure to cast with you. It's great to have you on the desk.
Know you.
Well said. And yeah, it's going to be fun to go to the 100th. Shout out also to Stillbend, who's running the production and had to buy 3 new laptops in the middle of that race. And thanks to everyone who was watching or participated in the poll. We'll catch you next week or whenever we're flaming each other on Discord. Have a great night, everyone. Catch you later.
like the